Have you ever felt your body stiffer than before? That difficulty bending down, that annoying pain in your lower back or shoulders, the feeling that your movements are more limited than they used to be. This happens to almost everyone after 40, but let me tell you a secret. It doesn't have to be this way. Most of the pain, tension, and lack of flexibility you feel is not a sign that your body is inevitably aging. In reality, it's a reflection of how you've been moving over the years, or rather, how you've stopped moving. The human body was made to move, stretch, be agile, and strong. But what happens when we spend years sitting in chairs, hunched over screens, and neglecting our flexibility? Our body starts to adapt to these patterns, and the result is that discomfort that slowly builds up. The good news, this can be reversed, and you don't need to spend hours of your day or become a professional athlete to feel the difference. Just 15 minutes of these stretches can completely transform how your body feels and moves. You'll be surprised at the impact this simple routine can have on your well-being. Today, I'll show you the 7 most powerful stretches to restore your mobility, relieve pain, and correct years of poor movement patterns. And here's a heads up. The first one on the list is one of the most effective out there, yet almost no one does it. If you want a looser, lighter, and pain-free body, stick with me until the end and try them all. Exercise 7, supine twist. Immediate relief for the lower back. Let's start with one of the most relaxing and effective stretches to relieve tension in the lower back. If you experience that nagging back pain after sitting or standing for long periods, this exercise can work wonders for you. The supine twist is one of the simplest ways to improve spinal rotation, release muscle tension, and even aid digestion as it stimulates the internal organs. To do this stretch, lie on your back with your arms extended to the sides. Bend one knee and bring it towards your chest, then twist it to the opposite side of your body, keeping the opposite shoulder on the floor. Hold this position for 45 seconds on each side and feel the deep stretch in your lower back, hips, and shoulders. This stretch is perfect before bedtime as it helps reduce muscle stiffness accumulated throughout the day and promotes an immediate sense of relaxation. Exercise 6, frog stretch, the solution for tight hips. If you feel like your movements are becoming more restricted, rest assured, your hips play a fundamental role in this. When the muscles around the hips become tight, everything becomes more difficult, from bending down to walking long distances without discomfort. The frog stretch is one of the best exercises to restore mobility in this area, relieving pressure on the knees, lower back, and even ankles. To do it, start on all fours and slowly spread your knees apart until you feel a stretch in your inner thighs. Your feet should stay aligned with your knees, and your shin should remain parallel. Now, lower your hips toward the floor and hold for 30 seconds. To intensify, gently rock your hips forward and backward. Exercise 5, doorway chest stretch, fixing years of poor posture from phone use. How much of your day do you spend looking down? Phone, computer, driving. All of this gradually shapes your posture. The consequence? Rounded shoulders, a tight chest, neck pain, and a posture that not only looks less confident but also restricts your breathing and increases muscle fatigue. This simple stretch can help reverse this quickly. Stand in front of a doorway and place your forearms inside the frame at about shoulder height. Step forward slightly and lean in, feeling the stretch in your chest and shoulders. Hold for 30 seconds and enjoy the immediate relief. This stretch not only improves posture but also helps expand breathing, which is essential for those who constantly feel fatigued throughout the day. Exercise 4, cat camel, instant mobility for the spine. If there's one exercise that should be mandatory for everyone, it's the cat camel. If you've ever woken up with a stiff spine, had trouble rotating your torso, or noticed that you need time to unlock your body after sitting for too long, this stretch can change your life. It is one of the most effective exercises for restoring spinal mobility, relieving pain, and preparing the body for any other movement. To do it, get into an all-fours position with your hands aligned with your shoulders and your knees aligned with your hips. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, round your spine upward, bringing your chin toward your chest. This is the cat position. Now, inhale again and do the opposite movement, pushing your chest forward and slightly lifting your hips. This is the camel position. Perform this movement slowly, feeling each vertebra move, and repeat 10 to 15 times. Exercise 3. Wall calf stretch. Less pain while walking. Have you ever thought about how much your calves influence the way you move? Many people overlook this area, but the truth is that the calves play a crucial role in mobility. They help absorb impact while walking, climbing stairs, and even standing for long periods. When they become tight, they can cause pain in the knees, lower back, and even the feet, since a lack of flexibility in this area affects the entire leg muscle chain. If you feel discomfort when walking long distances, notice that your ankles don't have the same mobility as before, or suffer from frequent cramps, this stretch may be the solution you need. Over time, our daily habits start to shorten our calves without us realizing it. Sitting for long periods makes these muscles less active, and when we need to use them, we feel that stiffness. Additionally, wearing high heels or rigid-soled shoes can contribute even more to the lack of flexibility in this region. But don't worry, this problem has a simple solution. This stretch not only improves calf flexibility, but also helps prevent issues like plantar fasciitis, Achilles tendon pain, and even knee inflammation. It also boosts blood circulation in the legs, reducing the feeling of heaviness and fatigue at the end of the day. Many people who spend long hours standing or engage in high-intensity activities like running and weightlifting notice a huge difference after a few weeks of incorporating this stretch into their routine. To do it correctly, place your hands on a wall and step 1 foot back, keeping the leg extended and the heel pressed against the floor. The front leg should be bent with your body weight slightly shifted forward, allowing for a deep stretch in the back calf. Hold this position for 30 seconds, then switch legs. To intensify the stretch, lean your torso slightly forward without lifting your heel off the floor. You will feel a deep stretch along the back of your leg. A great variation of this exercise is to perform it with the back foot resting on a step or elevated surface. This allows the heel to drop slightly lower, increasing the range of the stretch and making it even more effective. Another option is to add gentle pulses, alternating the intensity of the stretch over time. This helps further release the muscles and improves the elasticity of the Achilles tendon. By keeping your calves loose and flexible, you'll experience greater comfort while walking, a lower risk of muscle and joint pain, and even better performance in physical activities. This means more freedom to do what you love, without the feeling of stiffness or movement limitations. Exercise 2. Cat Camel. Instant mobility for the spine. Now that we've worked on the legs, it's time to focus on the part of the body that supports nearly all our movements, the spine. If there's one stretch that should be mandatory for everyone, it's the cat camel. If you've ever woken up with a stiff spine, had difficulty rotating your torso, or noticed that you need time to unlock your body after sitting for too long, this stretch can change your life. It is one of the most effective exercises for restoring spinal mobility, relieving pain, and preparing the body for any other movement. Many people suffer from lower back pain because they spend much of their day in positions that compress the spinal discs, such as sitting in a chair without proper support or lifting heavy objects incorrectly. Over time, this compression can cause wear and inflammation, leading to chronic pain and mobility limitations. The cat camel helps relieve this pressure by stimulating spinal joint lubrication and improving the flexibility of the muscles that support the spine. This stretch is also excellent for those who experience tension in the neck and shoulder area, as it promotes full spinal movement. Additionally, it activates the core muscles, helping to strengthen the muscles responsible for trunk stability and preventing future back pain. To perform this exercise, get into an all-fours position, with your hands aligned with your shoulders and your knees aligned with your hips. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, round your spine upward, bringing your chin toward your chest. This is the cat position. Now, inhale again and do the opposite movement, pushing your chest forward and slightly lifting your hips. This is the camel position. Perform this movement slowly, feeling each vertebra move, and repeat 10 to 15 times. The key to getting the best results from this stretch lies in breathing and connecting with the movements. As you take a deep breath while entering the camel position, you expand your rib cage and improve oxygen circulation to the spinal muscles. As you exhale into the cat position, you release built-up tension and allow the muscles to relax even further. This coordinated flow of breathing and movement is what makes this exercise a powerful tool for restoring spinal mobility. If you want to intensify the stretch, you can hold each position for a few extra seconds, increasing the range of motion and allowing for a deeper relaxation. Another interesting variation is performing the movement more slowly and deliberately, paying close attention to how each part of your spine feels throughout the stretch. Now, imagine how this simple exercise can improve your quality of life. If your spine is more flexible and mobile, you'll find it easier to bend, rotate your torso, and perform daily movements without discomfort. Additionally, practicing this stretch regularly can help reduce morning stiffness and even improve your posture throughout the day. Exercise 1. Hip flexor stretch. The key to a pain-free lower back. Now that we've worked on the spine and legs, we've reached the stretch that can completely transform your posture and relieve lower back pain quickly and effectively. The hip flexor is one of the most important muscles in the body, yet also one of the most neglected. It plays a role in almost every movement you make throughout the day, from walking to sitting and standing up from a chair. If it's tight, it can pull the pelvis forward, causing a misalignment that affects the lower back, knees, and even shoulders. Doing this stretch regularly can help correct this issue and restore your body's natural mobility. Now tell me, which of these stretches made the biggest difference when you tried them? Leave a comment about which one was the most challenging for you and share this content with anyone who also needs to improve flexibility and get rid of pain.